Hey, I got a light, boy. Hey, I got a light. Hey, I got a light, boy.
Hi everybody, welcome to Kev's Model Madness. I'm Norfolk Boy, and today is rather a very special day for me as I've decided to take the plunge and build this monster. It's the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space, and it's 135 scale. It's about 18 inches big, in all fairness, so it is a bit of a big kit. And it comes from Moebius, I do believe is the way that you pronounce them. And this is going to be part one, really, of many parts probably, because it's going to take a while to build this monster. This first part really is an introduction to the model and things that you can get to go with this model, funnily enough, but unfortunately they're all in America, so if you're in the UK like me, that makes it a little bit difficult. One of the first things that I found out was that there is a decal set and also an etching set. Now you can buy them together, funnily enough. Now together I found out that if you want to buy that, then you would have to buy it from, you can get them on Amazon, but they are at least £60 when you put postage and packing in with it. So that's an awful lot of money to spend, if not sometimes a little bit more than that. Also, there's a masking set available that makes this a lot easier to build. Again though, quite expensive if you live in the UK. Now the etching kit I might just have to leave, but the decals, the extra decal set, because you don't get many decals with this particular model, to be honest, I'm going to attempt to make myself. So there will be some sort of video showing you how I did that. I'll let you know how that goes. I'm using a piece of software called Affinity Design. It's been taken over since though by a company called Canva. To be honest, it's a free piece of software now. It didn't used to be, but it certainly is now. So, you know, if you're into that kind of thing and you want to make some decals yourself, that's a really good program anyway to use. Also, the other aftermarket item that I would have liked to have got was the lighting kit. I'm going to light this model, but the lighting kit that you can buy that's already set up for you is an absolute fortune. You're talking £130 plus £33 or £34 postage and packing. That's way too much money as far as I'm concerned. But of course, that is my opinion and not everybody's opinion. So, you know, if you've got the money and you want to make life easier, then go ahead and buy the kit. It is available, again, I think on Amazon or eBay and places like that. And the lighting kit I'm talking about is actually Moebius. They did do the lighting kit themselves. So it's obviously got all the instructions and everything. It'll make it a lot easier, I guess, for you to do. But I've decided to do all my own lighting. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I might be mad, but that's what I'm going to do anyway. So the first thing I purchased was about a year ago, just after I purchased this model itself. And it was on eBay, and it was about £32, free postage. And this is for the fusion core at the bottom to give you that that super effect that everybody always wants on this model at the bottom. So they're kind of LEDs that kind of trace round in a circle and give it that fantastic effect that everybody wants with this model, to show the fusion core rotating as it takes off and when it's in flight as well, of course. So if you do buy this item, you do have to have, unfortunately, a little bit of know-how when it comes to soldering, because every single one of the LEDs here has to be soldered on one by one. I'm not too bad at soldering, so it wasn't a hard job, but it was a very kind of tedious long one. But you get the instructions to do this. The man who sells them on eBay, he actually sends you the instructions once you've received your item. And so I managed to do it. All the resistors have to be soldered on as well in the middle, but it works and it does exactly what the original one does, I think, pretty much. Apart from, I think it doesn't have various speeds, but you know, that is going to do me in any case. So I'll just pop that back in the box and move on to the next thing. And the next thing being is LEDs. So you can get these pretty much anywhere: eBay, Temu, Amazon, wherever you like. Already wired for you with the resistors already wired in. So you just look for pre-wired LEDs. And I've got micro LEDs. I've got 3mm LEDs, which are my favourites. Which also come in 5mm if you so wish to want them. But 3mm always works all right for me anyway. Yeah, I also have, and I have to confess, from Temu these came from, but these are all shrinks for putting over your wire once you've soldered some of your wires together to make it all nice and tidy. And of course also you may need some wire, some 12-volt wire, which I've got here, red and black, and so on and so forth. That's cheap enough anywhere, eBay, they're all the same places. Then for the power input, I've had a few bits and pieces before, but again, you can buy these anywhere. It's all the same places really, but they're just the power source connections, the connections that you can have a power adapter that actually can go, I think, from 3V to 12, but I'm going to use it on 9V because most of my LEDs are 9V, but I also have some 3V LEDs as well, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do about that soon. As you can see, these are what you would put in the body somewhere of the kit. In this case, the Jupiter 2 I will be doing, and then you can just plug straight in and you have your power. I think I've also got an on-off switch as well, so I may well put one of those in too. Now, going back to the different voltages, I managed to find these little babies online that somebody else mentioned in one or two videos that I've watched, model makers, you know, powering up their lighting systems, and they're tiny little things. And basically what you do is you bring your power input in, then you have a tiny little screw that you can turn up and down, and on the other side, if you stick a multimeter on the end, you can tell what voltage is coming out, and you can change the voltage from say 12 all the way down to 3. So I could be wiring my 3V up on a different line and have that run through one of these little particularly gizmos, and it will then just drop it down to 3V for me and not blow all of my little 3V micro LEDs. So that's a great, they're very cheap too. You can get these on eBay and various other places, all the same as usual. Also, I got on my travels, again very cheap, on eBay, Amazon, etc, etc, are these where you can just bring your power in and then spread them out into another 4 power slots for your wires. So yeah, that will, well, these will come in very handy too somewhere along the line. So brilliant. So I've got my assortment of all sorts of LEDs, blue ones, flashing ones, all that kind of thing. So they're all going to come in obviously very handy from the lighting kit. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to set it all up yet. I'm just going to make it up as I go along. So hopefully it'll all work out fine, but we shall see. So let's just open up the box and take a quick look inside. As you can see, we've got many parts, and here's the lid to the actual spaceship itself, the main part, the top. Here are all the parts, lots of them, and this is the landing gear at the top here, so that'll be what I'll be putting together first. Just talking about this lid, I've had a few people say that, or heard of a few people saying that they can be a little bit warped sometimes near where the window is, so that when you tap on it, you know, you can see movement, which is a bit of a nightmare if you want to take the lid on and off to see all the inside rather than only see through the window. So that's what I'm planning to do. So hopefully that'll work out good, but we shall see. Also, I do have a little slow motor. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do this though. I was thinking of actually making it revolve at the top, but I don't think it really ever did that in the original. So we shall see. So that's it really. I'm all ready to start the build of this kit, and I'm hoping that some of you out there might want to join me on this journey of building this kit stage by stage. I'll be doing it in many parts because it will take a while to build this kit. I'm going to take my time, so please just bear with me when it comes to parts, because you know I'm actually making the videos as I'm building it. So that's it, that's a wrap really. If you would kindly consider liking and subscribing, that would be absolutely fantastic, or making some comments if you so wish. It really just helps me build the channel and carry on making videos like this. So until next time, part 2, look after yourselves and see you all soon. Goodbye.
I got a load